Hello everyone. Welcome to the live stream teaching room. This is Teacher Jane. If you can hear me, you can type 1 in the chat box. Thank you. There's still 5 minutes before the lesson, so let's please wait for more minutes. Everyone, if you want to go to the toilet, you want to have some water, just take your time. So everyone, before the lesson, you can prepare a pencil, eraser, as well as the sample paper. If you haven't printed out, you can also just look at the screen and then interact with Teacher Jane, okay? All we need is the paper, pencil, and eraser, and also your smiling face. If you haven't printed out the text paper, it's also okay. Because we will have the questions on the screen. Then you can just have a look at the screen and then do the question with Teacher Jane, okay? Welcome, everyone. Today we will discuss about the sample paper, the TASMO sample paper for 2023. And during the lesson, we will discuss some questions like about the number sense, about the part and whole relationship, about like the equal and balanced questions, and a lot of interesting questions. So everyone can very looking forward to it. I think it will be quite fun. And also what you need is the paper, a pencil, and an eraser. And if you haven't printed out the paper, it's also okay because we will have the questions on the screen. So you can also look at the screen and then do the question on the paper, on your draft paper, okay? There's still 1 minute before the lesson, so everyone make sure you are very well prepared. That is what we need is one pencil and one eraser, as well as your sample paper. If you haven't printed out, it's okay because we will have the questions on the screen. So what you need is a draft paper, then we will discuss about the question, okay? Hello, Luna. Good to see you. So there's only 1 minute before the class. Everyone, if you can hear me clearly, please type 1 in the chat box. Cecilia, Luna, yeah, good to see you all. About how many cuboid, we will also have other lessons about this part because later, except for today's lesson, we will also have another calculation camp and special awareness camp. During the special awareness lessons, we will discuss about the counting, the 3D shapes, combinations, and divisions, some other questions about that. Okay, everyone, welcome to the lesson, and we can see that it is 5 o'clock already, so let's start. Today, the lesson is about the sample paper for last year TASMO question test. So everyone, let's have a look. As for today's lesson, what we are gonna do today, that is, firstly, we will discuss about what is K2 TASMO, and during this test, what we are gonna do. And then about the sample paper analysis. That is, Teacher Jane found that there are some questions that are very, very interesting. So I selected several questions from the test paper. Then we'll discuss about them together. Okay, so everyone, let's have a look together. Before that, let me do a brief introduction about myself. I am Jane. You can call me Jane or Teacher Jane, okay? And currently, I am a K2 teacher from Think Academy. And also, we can see during the whole test preparation, we will learn together. That is, as for today's lesson, we can see from the calendar on the left, this is for our whole October. Today is October 11th, so that we can see, as for today's lesson, we will discuss about the sample paper for last year and discuss about several interesting questions. And then next week, on Thursday and Friday, we will also have another calculation booster lesson. That is, during the first lesson, we will discuss about vertical addition and subtraction. That will help us a lot to do the calculation. And then, as for the calculation booster second lesson, we will also learn how will you divide. That is, in this lesson, we will learn how can we divide something equally. As for this lesson, it will help us a lot in the future, because in the future, we will learn about the multiplication and the division. So that in this lesson, after we learn about how can we equally divide something into equal parts, that will help us a lot for our future learning. And then as for the next week, we can see that as for the October 24th and the 25th, we will also have another camp. That is, we will focus on the 2D, 3D shape about spatial recognition. There are 2 lessons, 30 minutes for each, and then we will learn about the combination of the shapes, and then also the division of the shapes. That is, how can we cut the shapes? Okay, so everyone, let's have a look. We know that there are 4 lessons later, right? So we will also have an activity about daily math doses. We just give it a name short for DMD. We just call it as DMD, okay? In Chinese, we can also call it as 打卡. This is DMD, okay? So we can see that for the future calculation and shape camp, if you finish the homework on the same day of the lesson before 9 p.m. and submit your homework in the chat group, no matter it is WeChat group or WhatsApp group, you will get points to redeem special gifts. Just like the picture on the right, we will like some keychains and some pens and some other small gifts for you, especially for you. So let's see, how can we get the gifts, everyone? We can see that there are 4 lessons, right? 2 calculation ones, 2 spatial awareness ones. So we can see if you finish 1 DMD, 1 homework in the chat group before the day of 9 p.m., you can get 1 point and 3 points. That means if you finish 3 of the homework on time, then you can redeem 1 gift. If you finish 6, for example, if you get 6 points, then you can get 2. And then everyone, someone may ask, oopsie, we can see the earliest 10 submissions every day, you will have 1 extra point, so that we can see if you finish all the 4 homework, then you can get 4 points. And if you at the same time, you are always the first 10 submission, then you get another 4 points. So in total, there will be 8 points, right? So then you can redeem more than 1 gift. So everyone, let's start. As for today's lesson, we already know how we will prepare for the test, right? So everyone, let's take out your sample paper and also your draft paper, and then also your pencil and eraser, as well as your big smiling face. Everyone, if you haven't get your sample paper printed out, you can also just look at the screen and use your draft paper to do it with Teacher Jane, okay? So if you are ready for today's lesson, Please type 1 in your chat box. If you are ready for today's lesson, please type 1 in the chat box. Okay, Luna, Cecilia, Candice, Constance. Yeah, good to see you all. So, everyone, let's have a look. Before we start, let's warm up together. Have you ever heard about best friend numbers? That means if we put the two numbers together, if we add them up, we can get a full 10, right? And we also know that the 10 can help us a lot to do the calculation. So let's warm up together. We know that the best friend numbers, they can add up to get the 10. So can you have a guess? What is the good friend pair with number 1? Please type in your chat box. 1 plus which number equals 10? 1 plus what equals 10? Yes, Luna. That should be 1 plus 9. Cecilia, yes, good job. 1 plus 9 equals 10. And then, what about 2? What is 2's good friend pair? Let's do a quick quiz. Let me see how fast you can do it, okay? 2 plus what equals 10? That should be 8. Yes, good job. And then, how about 3? What is 3's good friend pair? 3 plus what equals 10? I've already seen some correct answers in the chat box. Good job, everyone. Yeah, 3 plus 7, and then 4 plus what? Equals 10. 4 plus 6. Yes, good job. 4 plus 6 equals 10. Then how about 5? Yes, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So they are good friend pairs, right? So when we are doing the questions, it can always help us a lot. So everyone, let's have a look at the question 2. This time is quite easy, right? Tom has 8 red pens and 4 blue pens. How many pens does he have? So this time, we want to know how many in total, right? So what we need to do is just to use the 8 plus the 4 so that we know this is already bigger than 10. So we want to do the calculation so we can let the good friend pairs to help us a lot. For example, because we know that we always split the smaller number to top up the bigger number. So that as for this question, what we need to do is just to split the 4 because the 4 is the smaller one, right? Then think about that. 8 need how many more so that it will become a 10? Think about the good friend pair. Exactly, that should be 2, right? So 2 plus 8 equals 10. Then after sharing the 2 with the 8, we will still have 2 left. Yes, good job. Yes, I've already got the correct answers, everyone. That should be 12 as our final answer. So we just choose A as our final answer. Very well done, everyone. And then let's move on. This time, let's think about how are there in total. So we can see that as for this question, we are gonna discuss about some concepts. That is about the whole and the part relationship, everyone. This is quite important because it will help us a lot when we are learning about the subtraction and the addition. Let's see, how can we do it? Because we know that whole equals part and part. What does it mean? Okay, everyone, let's see. If we know there are, after counting, we know that there are how many apples? Can you type in the chat box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are 6 apples. And how many oranges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16. Good job, Constance. Good job, Candice. Good job, Cecilia. Yes, good job, Luna, everyone. So we can see that we can just give them a new name. That is, we can set the apple as one part of the fruit. There are 6 apples. And then, as for the oranges, this is the other part. So we can see, if we want to know how many fruits are there in total, what we need to do is just to use the part plus another part so that we can get the whole. We can get the total, right? So that in this question, the 2 parts, they are 6 plus 16 equals 22. Good job, everyone. Who got the 22? Yes, very well done. So we can see that as for this question, we know the relationship between the part and whole, right? That is what we need to do. It's just to use the part plus the part so that we can get the total. Also, if we are looking for a missing part, for example, if we use our hands to in front of the screen, and we don't know how many apples are there. This time, if we know in total, there are 20 fruits. And we also know that there are 16 oranges. So we are looking for how many apples are there. What is the missing part? We just use the whole, the total, to minus the part we've already known, right? So this time we just do the 20 minus 16 to get the other part so that we can get the final answer. What is that? 4. Perfect, everyone. So here we got 2 important things. One thing is that whole equals part plus part. And if we are looking for a missing part, what we need to do is just to use the whole, the total, to minus the part we've already know. Good job, everyone. And then, everyone, let's do a game time. You ready? If you get the answer, please type A or B. Option A or option B in the chat box, okay? So, everyone, let me see who is the quickest. What are we looking for? Are we looking for the whole or the part? A or B? What are we looking for? Yes, good job. We are looking for the whole. Option B. Good job, everyone. And we can see that because we can see here is a big bracket and there is also another question sign. It means that in total, imagine this big bracket as our big hug, right? So we are looking for, in total, there are how many? So this is the whole, right? So whole, we can give it a lot of name, like altogether, there are how many? In total, there are how many? And adding them up, what is the sum? These are all the words about the whole, right? And then, everyone, you ready for the next question? Let's do it. How to find the whole? Addition or subtraction? A is addition, B is subtraction. Addition or subtraction? Yes, good job. We need to use the addition to solve this question, right? Good job. And then, everyone, you ready for the next question? Let's see. This time, what are we looking for? Part or whole? A or B? Yeah, we are looking for the part. Right? Good job, everyone. So we can see this time the 15 is the total. We know in total there are how many? This is the whole, right? And we also know one part of it. So this time we are looking for a missing part. Then, everyone, let's think about how can we find the part? Should we use addition or subtraction? Plus or minus? Addition or subtraction? Let me see who is the quickest. Good job. This time we are looking for the part and we need to use the subtraction. Good job, Luna, the first one. So we can see this time we need to use the subtraction to solve the question. Very, very well done, everyone. And then let's move on. How about this question? We can see This is the question 11 on your paper, right? Question 11. Okay, so everyone, let's have a look at the question 11 on your paper. We can see that this time, if we know the relationship between the part and whole, this question will be easy peasy, right? So let's see. As for the first question, we only see the first question, okay? Have a look at this question. Can you tell me, is the tiger a part or a whole? What are we looking for? Are we looking for a missing part or a missing whole? P for part, W for whole. You can type in the chat box. Yes, the answer should be 7. And then let's think about the part and whole relationship. Is this part or whole? The tiger. Yeah, it should be the part, right? A missing part, because we just discussed that part plus part equals the whole. So if we are looking for a missing part, what we need to do is just to use the whole, the total 11, to minus the 4 to get the final answer. That should be 7. Good job, everyone. So when we are doing the addition and subtraction, we can always think about the part and whole relationship to help us. Okay, good job, everyone. And then let's move on. Let's see some other questions together. Okay, let's think about this question. How about this? Everyone, have a look at the question 12. Have a look at the question 12 on your paper. Fill in the numbers in the circles so that the sum of the 3 numbers on each line is equal to the number in the center of the diagram. Okay, everyone, think about this. Oh my god, there are so many blanks. Where should I start from? Where should I start from? Okay, everyone. We know that the sum of the 3 numbers on each line, for example, the sum of the numbers on this line is equal to the number in the center of the diagram. That is 15, right? So let me ask you a question, everyone. Listen carefully. Which line should we start from? This is line 1. We label the line on the top as line 1, okay? And then this line on the right, we call it as line 2. Should we start from 1 or 2, everyone? Should we start from 1 or 2? You can type in your chat box. Should we start from 1 or 2? Yes, perfect. We need to start from line 1 because we can see line 2, there's even no numbers here. How can we get the answer, right? That will be quite tricky. So what we need to do is just to always start from the line with more information. Okay, everyone understand this part? Give me a big thumbs up. Okay, perfect. So everyone, let's have a look at the line on the top. This first line, we know the total, the whole of them is 15, right? And we also know 2 parts of them. We know the part plus part plus part. Whole equals part plus part, right? But this time we are we looking for a missing whole or missing part? W for whole, P for part. Are we looking for a missing whole or missing part? Yes, we are looking for the missing part, right? So everyone, we can see if we are looking for the missing part, what we need to do is just to use the whole, the total, to do the minus, right? So the total in this question is 15, and then we can minus the 2 parts we've already known, that is 2 and then minus the 7, so we can get our final answer will be 6. Good job, Luna, Cecilia. Good job, everyone. And then we can also see, this time we can fill in the blank. This is 6. Oopsie. Then which line should we start with? Teacher Jane is quite confused. Everyone, think about that. If we call this as line 2 and the line on the right as line 3, can we start from line 3? Cannot, right? Because we still have a lot information that we don't know, right? So everyone, this time we need to start from the line on the left. So everyone, let's see. This time we are still looking for a missing part or missing hole. Type in your chat box. Yeah, we are looking for a missing part. So the whole is still 15. And then we do the minus 2, minus 9. 15 minus 2 equals 13. And 13 minus 9 equals how many? Let's calculate. Yes, that should be 4, right? Good job, everyone. So we know this line should be 4, and then we can have a look. Oopsie, the line at the bottom, we already got 2 parts of them. We also know the whole. So only one missing part, right? So this time, easy peasy. Please tell me what number should we fill in this blank? We just do the 15 minus 4 minus 3. What is the answer? That should be 8. Good job. So this time we can solve the question like this. And then there's only one missing blank. Good job, Luna. So there's, good job, Constance. So there's only one missing number. So let's calculate. 15 minus 6 minus 8 equals how many? 1. Perfect, everyone. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Then let's move on, everyone. Let's have a look. How about this question? Let me give you another question. Can you tell me where should we start first? Should we start from the line 1? This is line 1. Or line 2? Or line 3? There are 3 lines, right? Where should we start with? 1, 2, 3, which one? Yeah, we need to start from the line 2. Congratulations, everyone. So let's have a look. How can we solve this question? We know, fill the circle with the numbers in such a way that the sum of the numbers in each line equals to 20. So we know the total, the whole is 20, right? And we also know 2 parts of it. So if we are looking for the missing part, what we need to do is just to use the whole, the total, minus the 2 parts we've already known to get the missing part, right? So everyone, let's see. This time, the part we've already known is 7, and then minus 11. What is the final answer? Let's calculate together. 20 minus 7 equals how many? 13. And then 13 minus 11 equals 2. Good job, everyone. So we got the answer to this question, right? Good job, everyone. And then where should we start with? Okay, let me tell, this one is line 1. This one is line 2. Where should we start with? Line 1 or line 2? Yes, we need to start with line 1, right? Because line 2, we still got more information that we don't have. So everyone, let's have a look. Still use the whole, the total minus the 2 parts we've already known. One part is 2, the other part is 13. What is the final answer? Okay, type your answer in the chat box. What is the final answer to this question? 20 minus 2 minus 13. Perfect, that should be 5, because we can see 20 minus 2 equals 18. 18 minus 13 equals 5. Good job. So we can get the final answer here should be 5. Then as for the last line, easy peasy, everyone. Just directly do it by yourself and then tell me the answer. Directly do it by yourself and then tell me the answer. Okay, I got her correct answer. Congratulations, everyone. So fast. Okay, good job. That should be 20 minus 5 minus 11 equals 4. Who got the correct answer? Give me a big thumbs up. Okay, perfect. Then, everyone, you ready for the next question? Let's see. Okay, this time let's have a look at the game together. Can you see the screen? Ready, go! Everyone, can you see the screen? No? Yeah, there's the screen is dark. It's black. Okay. Okay, everyone, wait a second, please. I'll come into the live stream room again. Everyone, wait a second, please.
You need to exit.
Oh.
It's the computer problem.
Okay. Okay, everyone, this time can you see the screen? Ready, go! Okay, everyone, welcome back. Can you hear me clearly? Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone, welcome back. So, everyone, we can see as for the question 3, this is the question 3 on the paper. Okay, so we can see, as for this question, in order to balance the scale, how many chicks should be put on the right side of the scale below? As for this kind of question, what we need to do is just to have a look at the balance, right? So we can see, as for the balance question, we know that the weight on the left is equal to the weight on the right. So that we can see, as for this kind of question, we can use a method that is label one method to help us do the question. Okay, so when we are labeling the one, what we need to do is always label the lightest one as the one. The lightest one as the one. So everyone, according to the balance A, we can see who is lighter. The cat is lighter, right? And then, as for the second balance, we can see who is lighter. The chick is lighter. So we can see in this question, the lightest one should be the chick, right? So we can label all the chicks as one, because we know as for the same animal, they have the same weight, okay? So everyone, if we know the weight for each chick is 1, then how about the cat? That should be how many? Yes, perfect. That should be 3. Good job, everyone. So we can see we need to label the cat as 3, and then we know the weight for each animal. They are always the same, so all the cats, they are 3. Then we can see the rabbit should be 6. That is because 3 plus 3 equals 6, right? So if we know the weight for the rabbit is 6 and the chick's weight is 1, then 1 rabbit equals how many chicks? 6, right? Yes, perfect. So our final answer here should be D. Perfect, everyone. And then let's see, how about this question? Let's have a look at the question 18 on your paper. This is question 18 on your paper. We can see that in order to balance the scale, how many toy cars should be put on the right side of the scale below? Fill in the numbers in the bracket. So everyone, we can see that this time, can you tell me who is the lightest one? Who is the lightest one? Yeah, we can see that the car is the lightest, because according to the balance A, we can see if we know the 2 items, they will balance if 1 bear equals 2 balls. We know 1 item, they will have the same weight. Then we can see, as for this balance, the ball is lighter, right? And then according to the balance B, because there are more cars, it will be the same weight as the 3 balls. So we can see the car, they are lighter, right? So as for this question, the car is the lightest one. So we need to label all the cars as the 1. So everyone, let's do it together. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There are 9 ones, right? So in total, there are how many? 9 on this part, right? So 3 balls equals 9. So we can see a number plus a number plus a number equals 9. What number, if we plus it 3 times, we can get 9? Yeah, that is 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9, right? Probably some of you already learned about the calculation, the multiplication, so you can also do 3 times 3 equals 9. So everyone, we can see 1 ball equals 3. So all the balls, they are 3. So this bear, it should be 6, right? Good job, everyone. So everyone, we can see if we know the weight for the bear is 6. We also know the weight for the car is 1. Then 1 bear equals how many cars? That should be 6. Yes, perfect. Good job, everyone. So we can see this time we can always use the label 1 method to help us a lot. But here, Teacher Jane also want to introduce another way for you to do this question. That is called as the packaging method. The packaging method. Oopsie, sorry. The packaging method. What does it mean? It means that, for example, everyone we can see on the right. This scale, we can see 1 ball equals how many? 3 balls equals 9 cards. Then 1 ball equals how many? Yeah, 3 balls equals 9 cards. So 1 ball equals 3 cards, right? Good job. So that we can see this time 1 ball equals 3 cards. So we can just pack them all together and replace them. So we can see here there are 2 balls, right? So each ball will be 3. So altogether that will be 6. We can also get the answer, right? So everyone, let's try a new question. How about this question? Observe the picture below. How many triangles with the same as 1 square? Let's have a look at this question. You can try to use the label 1 method, or you can also try the packaging method, right? Probably we can always start from the label 1. Okay, everyone, let's see. What is the answer? 1 square equal how many triangles? What is the answer? Let me see who is the quickest. Okay, good job, everyone. We can see that this time some of you already got the answer, so let's do it together. This time, can you tell me who is the lightest? Probably we just firstly label the square as 1, circle as 2, triangle as 3. Who is the lightest in this question? Who is the lightest? Who is the lightest in this question? Yeah, in this question, the lightest is the triangle, right? So we need to label all the triangles as 1, right? So let's do it together. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is the label 1 method, right? Label 1 method. So after we label 1, we can see that on the right of the balance, it should be 6. So 2 circles equals 6. 1 circle will be how many? What plus what equals 6? That should be 3, right? So 3 plus 3 equals 6. So we can get all the circles. That should be 6. Then let's do it together. 3, 3, 3, 3. So all together on the balance, we can see that should be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 12, right? So we know that as for the 2 squares equals 12, then 1 square equals how many? 1 square should be 6, right? So 6 for the square, and then we also know the triangle is 1, right? So 1 square equals 6 triangles. So this is the first way that we can do this kind of question. Who get the correct answer, type 1 in the chat box or give me a big thumbs up. Yes, perfect. Then we can also try the packaging method again. We just discussed about the label 1 method, right? So some of you may also want to ask, how about the packaging method? The packaging method is more suitable. For example, if we cannot directly divide the numbers, or sometimes if we don't know the exact number relationship. For example, some questions in the future we'll discuss about AB equals C, like C equals 2A or something, then we cannot tell what are their exactly relationship. So the packaging method will help us a lot in the future. But as for this question, we can also try the packaging method because we can see 2 circles equals 3 triangles. So 1 circle equals 3 triangles, right? So we just pack them as 1 bag. And then, oopsie, probably there's another interesting way to do it, everyone. Let's see. We can see 2 circles equals 6 triangles, then here we get two circles, right? So we can see this is 6, this is another 6. Okay, right? So here we can also see in total there will be 12. So as for each of them square, we will get 6. Okay, so this is another way. Then everyone, let's move on and try something else. Here, let me tell you how about, okay, let me see. How about this question? We can see. We learned about the shapes before, right? And we also learned about like combination, counting, rotation, and division, a lot of things about 2D and 3D shape. I know that probably some of you already got quite well in this kind of questions. In the future special awareness shape camp, we will also discuss about like combination and division. So as for today's lesson, we will focus more on the symmetry. So everyone, let's quickly review what does it mean by symmetry. We can see that symmetry means that if we fold a picture along the line, along a line, we can get the two halves. They will look exactly the same. For example, look at Teacher Jane's hand. We can see, imagine that in between them, there's a transparent line, okay? If we fold the two hands, then we can get, they are exactly the same, right? So we can call this as symmetry. So we can also see here on the screen, you can also see this car. Is it symmetry? Type 1 in the chat box if you think it is symmetry. Yeah, this is symmetry, right? We can see because along a line, if we fold it, we can get the two halves. They will look exactly the same. Then the same as the second one. Do you think the leaf is symmetrical? If you think yes, type 1 in the chat box. If no, type 2 in the chat box. Exactly, this is also symmetrical. Good job, everyone. Perfect, everyone. So let's have a look. Let's do a PK game time. Do you think this is symmetrical? A for yes, B for no. Yeah, this is symmetrical. Good job, everyone. Then how about this? Is this figure symmetrical? This cat is very obvious. This is not symmetrical, right, everyone? And then as for this flower, this is symmetrical, right? So we can see, as for this question, we can like fold it along this line. We can get it is symmetrical, or we can also fold it another way. What about this? Also symmetrical, right? So here we can see probably a symmetrical picture. We will have a lot of different ways to fold it, okay? And then everyone, let's move on and see some questions on our paper, okay? So here, this is the question 7 on your paper, everyone. Let's have a look at the question 7. This is on your paper, sample paper, okay? This is question 7. Okay, so our task is to fold the paper in half and cut along the yellow line. And when you unfold the cut paper, what shape will appear? A, B, C, D, which one? Yeah, we already got the correct answer. That should be D. Good job. Because we can see the two halves, they will look exactly the same, right? So after we unfold it, we will get the other half. They will look exactly the same like this heart. They will fold together, right? Okay, so good job, everyone. So we can see that. Make sure symmetrical thing, they will, if we fold it along a line, the two halves, they will look exactly the same. And then let's have a look at question 14, everyone. Question 14 on your paper. This is question 14. We can see that after folding the paper and then unfold it again, and then folding it again, punch a hole using a hole puncher. Once you unfold it, there will be how many holes on the paper? Everyone think about it. Yes, good job, Luna, Constance. Very well done. So now we can see that This time, imagine, okay, let me find a paper. Okay, this is paper, right? So everyone, you can see Teacher Jane's hand. We have a paper here. We fold it once, and then fold it again. Sorry, I cannot punch a hole on this paper because someone will also use this in the future. So let's imagine that I've already punched a hole on it. Then unfold it. We will get how many holes? 4, right? And then their position on each blank will also look the same because we can firstly unfold it once. It will look like this, right? So already 2 holes we can see. And then we also need to unfold it again so we can get the picture will look like this. We can also observe their position and their shape of the hole. We can see that they are always the same, right? And also the position towards the line of symmetry, they are the same. The gap between them, they are also the same distance, okay? So everyone, this time let's try another question, quick quiz. A paper was folded into half and a part was cut as shown below. What will the part that was cut out look like when unfolded? A, B, C. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We already discussed that. The shape of them, they will be the same. The position of them, they will also look the same. Exactly. Good job, everyone. The correct answer should be B. Very well done. So let's do a quick review together. Just now, we discussed about the symmetry, right? Symmetry means that if we fold a picture along a line, or if we look in the mirror image, the two parts, the two halves, if we imagine that we fold it along a line, then the two halves, they will look exactly the same. For example, if Teacher Jane, how can I show? Okay, like this. If there's a transparent line, okay? If we unfold the hand, everyone, you can also do it with Teacher Jane. See, after we fold it along a line, no matter the line is symmetrical, vertical, or diagonally, they are always the same, right? Good job, everyone. And then let's have another PK game time. Everyone, have a look. Does Teacher Jane look like this in the mirror? Think about that. If the mirror is the line of symmetry, can I look like this? Yes. Yes or no? Y for yes, N for no. Okay? Y or N? Yes or no? No, cannot, because we just said that. The two halves, after unfolding, let's observe. This is my thumb, right? This is another thumb. We want to know if unfolded along the line of symmetry, they will have the same distance towards the line, right? So the first one is the thumb. The last one is this tiny finger. So we can see here, it will look like this, right? So everyone, let's have a look. Move on. How about this? Will Teacher Jane look like this in the mirror? Think about the mirror as the line of symmetry. Yes or no? Cannot, right? Because we just said that the closest part should be the dress, right? And there cannot have two Teacher Janes in the mirror. That will be quite scaring everyone. And then how about this? Will Teacher Jane look like this in the mirror? Yes or no? Actually, no. No, everyone. Think about that. Okay, let me stand up. Think about that. This is Teacher Jane, right? I fold myself like this. Okay, so think about that. After I fold myself, okay, so in the mirror, after the symmetry, the hand, the left and right won't change, right? The up and down will switch. So think about that. After in the mirror, look at in the mirror, the hand look like this. Then the hand should be also in this way, right? Cannot just after the symmetry, my hand becomes the left hand becomes the right hand, right? Okay, good job, everyone. Be very careful. Let's quick review. If the mirror is horizontal, then the up and down will switch, but the left and right won't change, okay? Then, how about this? Is this correct? Yes or no? Yes, good job. This is the correct one. Because everyone, we can double check. This time we can see that the closest part to the mirror is also my dress. And the furthest part is my head, right? And also it means that the top and down has changed. Top and down, top and bottom has changed. The left and right will not change. Okay, then let me think about another question. If this mirror is horizontal, right? Then what about vertical ones? If I draw a picture like this, everyone take out your paper, you can try to draw. Okay, let me draw. If the mirror is vertical, will this triangle look like the first one or the second one? First one or the second one? Yes, that will be the first one. Because we can see when the mirror is vertical, then this time the top and bottom won't change. But left and right will change, right? The left and right will change, but the top and down won't change. Okay, so everyone, we've already learned about the part and whole relationship. We also learn about the symmetry. We also learn about the equal and balance. Then let me find you a quite challenging question. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Everyone, look at this question. If we select 3 distinct numbers from 1 to 8 to fill in the blanks so that each number in the circles is equal to the sum of the 2 numbers in the connected squares. List out all the different ways to solve the problem. Everyone, I'll give you 1 minute to think about the question, then we'll discuss together. If we know, select 3 distinct numbers from 1 to 8 to fill in the blanks so that each number in the circles equal to the sum of the 2 numbers in the connected squares. You need to list out all the numbers, all the different ways. Okay, this time is a little bit tricky, right? Just now we discussed about the part and whole relationship. So this time we know the whole. And we also know the part. And the 8 and 4, they will have a common part, right? Common part. So everyone, let's do it together. Oh, Constance, you got a correct answer. Okay, so everyone, let's see. As for this kind of question, everyone listen carefully. What we need to do, the first step is split the numbers. The second step is to find the common part. Find the common part, okay? Find the common part. Okay, so everyone, let's do the first step. Think about that. 4 can be splitted into what and what? Imagine that we just firstly focus on the left part, okay? 4 can be splitted into what and what? Can I split into 0 and 4? Yes or no? Y for yes, and for no, okay? Can we split 0 and 4? No, cannot, everyone, because be careful. From 1 to 8, right? So everyone, we can only start from 1. Good job. So 1 plus 3 equals 4. Then how about 2 and 2? Okay, let me give you another information. If we want to make sure the numbers cannot be repeated, okay, this question is not that in detail. We need to make sure all the numbers, they cannot be the same. Then this time can or cannot? Cannot, right? Because they cannot be the same number. And then how about 3 and 1? This one also can't, right? This is another way. Then how about the 8? How can we split it? Because we know from 1 to 8, right? So this time we can start from 1 plus how many? 7, 2 plus 6, 3 plus 5, 4 plus 4. Cannot, right? So cross it out. And then 5 and 3, 6 and 2, 7 and 1. So these are all the ways we can split the numbers. Then everyone, we also said that there's a second step, right? The second step here is that we need to find their common part. This is the common part, right? We need to fill in the middle. So in the middle, it means that both of the two numbers can split this number, right? So everyone, let's firstly focus on the left of what we have split it, okay? The left line, we know 4 can be split 1 or 3. So everyone, we got 1 for the 4. Do we also have 1 for the 8? Yeah, we also got 1. So 1 is one kind of answer. Okay, so everyone, let's circle all the possible answers. Oopsie, sorry. I'll do it again. So we can see 1 and 3, this is the first answer. At the same time, 1 and 7. And then the other common number is 3, right? So 3, 1, and 3, 5. Then how about 2? Do we have 2? Yes or no? No, don't have, right? Because we've already crossed out these 2. And then the 5, 6, 7, we also don't have. They are not the common part. So everyone, we already find their common part, right? That should be 1 and 3. So we just put them in the middle. So 1 or 3. So as for the 4, it can also be splitted as 3, 1 or 1, 3. And if we put the 1 in the middle, then the 8, the other part should be 8 minus 1 equals 7. And then if we put the 3 in the middle, the other part should be 5. Perfect. Good job, everyone. So this is another question about part and whole. This is a little bit tricky, so you can also think about this question after the class. Okay, so everyone, let's do a quick review about what we have learned today. Okay, before that, let me tell you what is the homework. As for today's homework after the class, I will give you the 2023 TASMO real test paper. Today we discussed about the sample paper, right? So after the class, I will give you the real test paper and then make sure you need to do it after the class. Try your best, okay? And if you have any questions, you can let your parents to message Teacher Jane. And then, because we will also have calculation camp and special awareness camp in the future, you still remember the 4 lessons? After the 4 lessons, if you finish the homework on time, you will also get more points and you can redeem some gifts, right? So let's do a quick summary about today. That is today's lesson. We learn about the relationship between the part and whole, right? We know if we are looking for a missing part, what we should do. And we also learn about if we are looking for a missing whole, what we should do. If we are looking for a missing part, what we need to do is just to use the whole to minus the part we've already known. And if we are looking for the whole, the total, what we need to do is just to plus the two parts together. And then we also learn about the label one method, packaging method to solve the equal and balanced questions. And we also learn about the meaning of symmetry through observation of practical objects. So that is all for today's lesson. And you can also have a look at this is the rules for the daily math doses. That is about the DMD, right? For the future 4 lessons, you can have a look. If you finish the homework on the same day of the lesson before 9 p.m., you can just let your mommy to take a picture of your homework, or you can just screenshot if you do the PDF and then send in the chat group. You will get the points to redeem the special gifts. And 3 points can get like a keychain or something, some small gifts. And then 1 point for one homework. As for the earliest 10 submissions every day, you will get 1 extra point. Okay, so that is all for today's lesson. Hope it's helpful for you. And in the future, the calculation booster 1, we will learn about the vertical addition and subtraction. And the calculation booster 2, the lesson we will learn how will you divide. This lesson will be quite helpful for our future learning about the multiplication and division in your primary school, right? And then the special recognition, we will discuss about the combination of the shapes and the division of the shapes. So that is all for today's lesson. Hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye, everyone. If you have any questions, please just message Teacher Jane, okay?